Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am coming to you from Sedona, Arizona, on the eve of my birthday, actually. I decided that I was going to do something nice for myself, and spending a weekend in Sedona is just what the doctor ordered. We are going to start off today with the numerology number of the day, which is 3. And 3 is associated with creative self-expression, and really giving others the opportunity to observe you, or if you are someone who is performance-oriented or is based in creative expression, like many of us are from time to time, that is certainly a time for you to be showcased and for you to be on stage. And it's very interesting when you have a day where opportunities continue to present themselves in such a way where you are able to shine and showcase your gifts and talents. And it's also nice when you see someone else that happens to be in that particular frame of mind, or in that particular time of their life, or of their particular day where it's time for them to shine, to sit back and watch them and to appreciate their gifts and their ability to communicate and to engage in creative self-expression is an awesome thing. So today is one of those days where there will be many opportunities for you to shine, many opportunities for you to express yourself. So take advantage of that. When one is in social media and has the opportunity to come before people and express themselves, oftentimes you are asked to be a curator of all of the information, all the downloads, and all of the insights that are coming to you, because you certainly can't give everybody everything at one time. There has to be some sort of curation process where you determine and you discern, based on your intuition, what you feel the human collective is in need of. You figure out exactly what to say to them. And today is one of those days where I am challenged to distill my message today down to something that is going to be in bite-sized components that you'll be able to process and digest. A hummingbird is outside the window there. Hummingbirds are a sign for me that I'm on the right track. I ask the universe to use hummingbirds, and it does it all the time. So this is a very amazing moment for me. So I'm going to talk about several things. I'm going to bounce around, and I'm going to try my best not to be before you too long, because I just found out that the Airbnb host's daughter is here, and she is someone who takes people on tours to all the vortices in Sedona, and she has volunteered to take me today for like the next 3 to 4 hours on a tour, and I'm just so excited to do that. So I'm going to do this live, get this out of the way, and then go and enjoy my day. Today I want to talk about several things. Last week we talked about mastering the art of presence, and I think that message was one of the more pivotal messages that I brought to you all, because it reminds us of the importance of getting still so that we can understand the meaning of what we're experiencing. So often we are so busy and preoccupied with going through our lists of tasks to get things done, with the hope that it's going to take us to some particular destination if we keep grinding. And I think there is some truth and relevance to that, but being consumed by tasks and being consumed by just being busy and preoccupied is one of the ways that we're distracted from the true meaning of our lives and the magic that happens moment by moment if we allow ourselves to be present and aware of it. There's so many gifts and so many lessons that the universe, that God is showing us, that will allow us to move into different facets of life, aspects of ourselves, if we just take our time and pay attention to what's happening. But if we're constantly just busy for the sake of being busy because, we have attention deficit disorder, or because we're so connected to technology and to our phones that we can't allow ourselves to really kind of like come back into ourselves and gather ourselves up and be present, a result of that is that we get distracted, we get veered from our course, and we are just wandering through life, not really knowing why we're here and what we're supposed to be learning. So last week's talk on mastering the art of presence is really important. I actually recommend that you go listen to that again. So when you stay present, okay, you realize that there are opportunities that come your way that are there exactly to grow you, to move you into places that you've been envisioning, things that you've been hoping for. When you do this and you begin to receive those revelations and those insights, what happens is that you begin to see life and your experiences from a particular, like a completely different perspective. You are no longer just existing, moving from day to day, not knowing what your life is about, but you begin to see it from a higher perspective. You begin to understand that your interactions with people and places and situations are opportunities for energetic exchanges that are upgrading you, that are causing you to build your foundation so that you are extended and you can accommodate more. Okay. And so, for example, one of the things I try to do is I try to gamify life. So what does that mean, gamifying life? That means that you begin to be so hyper aware of everything that's happening that you begin to pull messages from just about everything that is coming to you. And you begin to see your interactions with people and places and things as these points where you are able to get points. So for instance, if I'm at a cafe and I'm having coffee and someone says, hey, I just noticed you're reading and something just said I need to come over here and introduce myself. Okay, that's not like a fluke. That's not like, okay, hi, fine. Yeah, I'm dressed pretty well, so I see why you would come over. No, it's not that at all. It's that the universe is now trying to get your attention and to show you that there are opportunities that come your way. And depending on whether or not you're open to them, there are certain types of things that are going to happen and allow you to be able to form new alliances that are based on who you are right now. People are going to resonate with you and be attracted to you based on what's happening in your heart and based on what's happening in your mind. The congruence that's taking place is going to allow certain people and things to be attracted to you, and you have to be open to those opportunities, because then they're going to lead you to these timelines that, but for that experience, you wouldn't be able to get to. So gamifying life is like, okay, number one, it's expecting something great to happen. It's looking for it, knowing that something is always beautiful and amazing on the horizon waiting for you as you moving forward. And as you have these experiences, your self-awareness is that, okay, how is this experience benefiting me? How is this interaction with this stranger causing me to see life in a different perspective and to grow and to be able to accommodate more? That is gamifying life. That is seeing everything as an opportunity for growth. Even if it's an experience that's not necessarily, positive on its face, there is a lesson that can be extracted from that will allow you to be prepared for the next thing that is on your path. So in order to be that way and to surrender and accept life that way, you have to be very vigilant about getting rid of fear. Working on your trauma and your shadow so that you are not immobilized by fear, so that you are not, avoiding experiences because of fear. Oftentimes, a blessing or something that is really auspicious is wrapped in something that seems like a bad past experience. It's wrapped in a past fear of yours that you have to overcome in order to unlock that blessing, unlock that new experience that's going to help you move forward. Okay, so gamifying life is a new perspective for many of you, but it comes from your having a heightened level of self-awareness. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the importance of slowing down. This is really big for me. I've always been very fast-paced in my life. Everything fast-paced, everything quick and fast and hard, and let's get it done fast, and let's move through it, and let's go to the next thing, and we have to get through all of these tasks on my list. And that way of life was very stressful for me and to anybody who was in proximity to me. I used to walk too fast. I used to talk too fast. I still talk kind of fast. But it's really, really important to realize that your life is yours, that you are sovereign in your life. And these things and situations and people that you think are dictating your life are actually not. You're allowing them to. So if you slow down, if you take a moment, whether it's through starting your day with meditation or through some sort of ritual practice that allows you to slow down and reset the momentum and reset the speed at which you're going to move through your day, it really allows you to take over the reins of your life, to take over that personal power that is yours, and allows you to be in a situation where you're not just giving that power away. So slow everything down. Ways that you can make sure you're slowing things down. Ask yourself, okay, what are my intentions for doing this particular thing I'm doing right now? What am I looking to get out of it? What are the outcomes that I am looking for? Where does this lead? If you are more thoughtful and more mindful and more heart-centered about your activities, whether it be the things that you say, the things that you do, the things that you're thinking, what are you allowing yourself to mull over, you are going to be a lot more intentional in your life, and you are going to be able to keep that steady, slower pace that allows you to be in full control of your capacities, full control of what's happening in your heart, full control of what's happening in your mind, which allows you to have a congruence between your heart and mind so that there is no conflict between what you're feeling and what you're thinking. For many people, congruence, that is heart and mind congruence, is a new level of living. It's a new level of awareness. And I recommend that be maybe a goal of yours in the upcoming weeks and months, to strike a great balance, a congruence between your heart and your mind. That is what you're feeling and what you're thinking, that they actually are in agreement, that you're not in conflict about your thoughts and your feelings, that they work together. Because when you can get your heart and mind in tandem and work together, the power that you are harnessing is immeasurable. It's infinite. You're tapping into the divine. You're tapping into the infinite gateway to everything. Direct connection to Source and God. If you're able to get your mind and your heart to work together, they're meant to work together. For most of my life, they were not working together. For most of my life, I was all about, I was very cerebral. I was just about my thoughts. I was just about my mind. And my heart was on the shelf for many years. But now, in the past couple of years, due to meditation and prayer and slowing my life down at a pace that allows me to be fully present, at a pace that allows me to be in the now most of the time, where I know what I'm doing, I know why I'm saying what I'm saying, I understand the impact that life is having on me, that people is having on me, and I am integrating that into my life so that I am truly present and here. It allows me to slow down the pace. It's almost as if there's this zen that I carry with me from my meditation. So after a meditation, you're still, for several minutes, maybe even several hours afterwards, you're still in the state where you have this zen consciousness about you, where you're very aware of who you are and why you're here. And oftentimes, those of us who meditate, sometimes you'll be done with your meditation and just move on to the next thing and go through all the tasks that you have on your to-do list. But if you take your time and you segue and transition and modulate from your meditation to the rest of your day, bring that meditation mindset with you so that you have that sense of zen regardless of where you are and what you're doing and who you're speaking to. You have that zen about you. It's as if you're carrying your meditation mindset with you throughout the day. So those are tips that allow you to slow down and really be present and enjoy life. Okay? Take time to smell the roses, but at the same time, be aware of what God is saying to you. Be aware of what source is transferring to you in terms of knowledge, in terms of downloads, in terms of insights, revelations. They're always coming at you based on what's happening in your heart and your mind. You are attracting the lessons that resonate with where you are, that are going to take you to those different timelines that are the most auspicious ones for your soul's growth. I hope that made sense for you. Okay, so I'm going to skip over to the last thing I want to talk about, and it has to do with how you identify yourself. You know that there is such a thing as a Saturn, your first Saturn return, and that happens when you're around 27 to 29 years old, and that's when you fully become an adult and you begin to get locked into whatever your purpose or your passion is for your life. And life begins to feed to you different challenges and difficulties and obstacles that allow you to truly clarify and determine who you're going to be. How do you identify yourself, and what is going to be the role, your unique role in life? Oftentimes this is reflective in the career you choose, in the job you do, and so that there's a certain amount of utility to who you are in the world, for the world, that fulfills you. And then in the next 27 to 29 years, there's a second Saturn return, and that is where I am, where there are themes from that first time in your life when you first became an adult and had responsibilities and began to understand what your role and purpose in life were. You are going to revisit those themes now from a higher perspective, so that now you apply wisdom to some of those challenges that you encountered during your first Saturn return when you were between 27 and 29 years old, going into 30. So now I'm at my second Saturn return, and there are some themes in my life that are coming back to me, and I am now having to address those, having to integrate those at a higher level. It's as if you're going around in orbit, you're in an orbit, and as you go the second time, you go up to a higher perspective. It's the same sort of experiences, but they're viewed from a higher perspective, where you are tasks to extract the knowledge and wisdom from them that is going to inform the rest of your journey and to feed your soul's growth. And that's kind of where I am today. And being in Sedona today on the eve of my 54th birthday seems like a very appropriate thing to be doing. And I'm very, very excited about the rest of my life. I'm excited about the new types of decisions I'm making, and the opportunity to reclaim my personal power and my authority. And the way that you do that is to ask yourself, am I feeling fulfilled? Am I feeling a sense of satisfaction and integrity about who I am, who I say I am, the things I say and the things I do? Are they congruent? Are my mind and my heart working together? And if the answer is yes, you're in alignment and you're moving along the right path. If the answer is no, if you're feeling restricted, if you're feeling lack and you're feeling fear, regardless of the external situation, regardless of how much money you have in the bank, regardless of how many friends you have, if you're feeling a sense of integrity and satisfaction and personal achievement, those indicators to the rest of the world as to how you're doing don't really matter. It doesn't matter about how much money you have, or how many friends you have. It matters your personal satisfaction and your personal achievement and the understanding of your personal growth. That is what matters. And if you have those good feelings, then you are aligned. And no matter how much money you have and how many friends you have and how many opportunities you have, if you're feeling restricted, if you're feeling a sense of lack and fear, then you're out of alignment. And if you have to ask yourself, where am I leaking energy? Where am I giving my power away? And that is your job, to go into meditation and prayer and reflection and slow down so that you can begin to pick up the pieces and gather yourself so that you begin to experience fulfillment and satisfaction in a sense of integrity. Because until you're in alignment, you're not going to feel those things. So that's a great acid test to make sure that you're on track and that you're in alignment. Am I feeling satisfaction, fulfillment, personal achievement? Am I growing? And do I feel like I'm in the center of my integrity of who I really am? Okay. So basically that's all I have for you today. I wanted to hit it and get out of here and go and experience nature and go on this beautiful tour that is going to be gifted to me for my birthday. And I say to the rest of you, have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. It is the Memorial Weekend, so a lot of people are going to be letting their hair down and enjoying themselves, and sometimes they're going to overdo it and do things in excess. And if that is something you plan to do, just be mindful, right? Just engage in mindfulness about that. And without any further ado, if there's anybody who has any questions or who wants to chat about any of the topics that I spoke about today, this is a great time to do that. I will gladly bring anybody on if they're interested in chatting with me about heart and mind congruence, so that you're living a life where there's no conflict between the things that you're feeling and the things that you're thinking, where you have a vigilance about yourself, that you're always checking. You're being your own coach, you're being your own counselor, and you're guiding yourself to make sure that you're not living a life where your heart is one place, you're feeling one thing, and then your mind is thinking another. You really want to bring them together and harness the power of congruence. And so if that's something you want to chat about, that's great. You may want to chat about the importance of slowing down and making sure that you're really absorbing and extracting as much from this life experience as possible, so that you are equipped to handle and accommodate all the amazing and beautiful experiences and opportunities that are going to come your way as a result of just surrendering and being open to what's happening right now, taking responsibility and being open to everything that is happening in your life right now, realizing that it is your responsibility. Everything that's happening, nobody did anything to you. Nobody, even if they're trying to work against you, everything is you. And you must graduate and ascend to that sense of responsibility and accountability for yourself. That is the way that you begin to have your personal power and experience personal sovereignty. It is all you. You are propagating this life that you're experiencing based on the content of your heart, based on the things that you think and the things that you're feeling, and how they're working together in this alchemy type of energy to create your life. So, the question is, are you taking responsibility for what's happening in your life right now? Are you accepting it? Are you understanding that this is what you created? Are you accepting your power, understanding that you are so powerful that you are creating these circumstances, that you alone are creating these opportunities based on resonance? You are drawing certain things, people, situations into your life based on what is happening in your heart and what you think about that. That is all that is happening here, people. That's all that is happening here. So I certainly would be open to chatting to anybody, with anybody about that right now. Otherwise, I am going to end this So any questions at all? What's up, Chris, man? Thanks for joining me. JPat1273, thank you for joining. Great to see you. Excellent. All right, so everybody, thank you so much. If other questions occur to you after I leave, do not hesitate to DM me or put a comment in there. You can tell me what you thought about what I had to say, whether or not it's something that you feel is going to help you. If you want to, you can also contact me at my email address, ernest@detoxyourcircle.com, so that we can chat and interact that way. Otherwise, have a beautiful day. I love all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.